What's going on, my fellow collectors? I'm back again with another review, and as you can see, I'm here to give a brief review on VO. And yes, I'm done building this kit, guys. I went right to town with this bad boy here, and I'm completed. Didn't do any detailing to it. It's basically just a completed kit, and it's amazing. It's amazing, guys. Just real quick on building time, I think about maybe 10 hours. 10 hours to build, because I just went to town when I got home from work this morning, and and I just got finished maybe about an hour ago, and it's about almost 5 o'clock here, so maybe about 10 hours, I would say. Definitely 10 hours. No, not that many. About 8 hours. 8 to 9. But with that being said, that is a lot of time, so these kits can consume a nice bit of time, but if you have it to spare, and if you enjoy making these model kits, you'll find the time for them, whether you take an hour here or 2 hours there or whatever the case may be. But yeah, when I first seen this kit, I was like, what is that? I'm like, what kind of mobile suit? I mean, it looks like a little bit of everything. Look like a banana, just a big, massive tank type suit. Just the color was like throwing me off because it was like a yellowish color, it was just bulky everywhere. But the more and more I looked at it, I was really like, wow, this is a nice mobile suit right here. And definitely, I don't see it everywhere, and I like the gimmicks that it had to, go with it, and I was just like, you know what, I'm going to jump up on it, and I did, and here is the kit. Bang, baby, here is VO. And, you got to excuse my ignorance on this actual mobile suit, because I'm just actually getting into watching Gundam. And I know this actual kit isn't part of the Gundam Wing series, or I think the latest I seen was Gundam Unicorn. So it's so many different Gundam shows out there. And, that's the Japanese animation to those that don't know. It's an awesome kit. You don't need to see every Gundam animated series to like a kit. So I jumped up on it, and it's amazing, guys. Highly detailed. Can't stress that enough. Let's just take a look at, some of the articulation. At the bottom, as you can see, you get beautiful articulation at the ankles area where they're connected to like a ball joint. And you're building all of this stuff. I mean, if you guys see my video, yesterday you saw all the parts that I pulled out on this bad boy, so I don't have to go into like everything was just individual pieces. I mean, little bits, and it's like this is what it created at the end. You just like, it's just such a beautiful feeling when you complete, a master grade kit. With that being said, like I was saying, you see articulation in the feet area, you get articulation in the knee area. I mean, even these massive calf armor pieces move kind of, slightly, not as much, but depending on how you articulate the knee, that you can get articulation out of these bad boys. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, just exposing more of the inner frame. And I do like how you can see some of the inner frame up in there. This kit just screaming, getting painted. Like, please paint me, please paint me and weather me and just do the thing to me. Definitely is screaming that, because it's just so much detail that you can just really highlight if you're getting your paint on. Then you have these like movable, what do you call these things? Like the skirt armor. As you can see, with different hidden surprises. And when I mean hidden, definitely have some beautiful hidden surprises, and I'll get into that in a second. I love this big, like, insect type sack, whatever you want to call it, for fuel, or maybe just extra like type of the thruster. So I know these look like thrust right here from looking at the box. Then you have this big, giant, massive thrust pack. And I am definitely a sucker for anything with a jetpack, guys. And that's one of the main reasons why I love these mobile suits, because they always usually have some type of detail with a jetpack or something like that. So, it's just beautiful details. I mean, everything you had to build, basically. I mean, you can actually take this off. I don't want to take it off right now because it's actually fighting me. But, you know, you can take it off. It's easy removable. And everything is pretty well. This kit actually has a lot of weight. But you can see you still can get nice posability out of it without a stand. Like I was saying, you get articulation in the knee, articulation in the armor, the skirt armor, articulation in like this big giant type sack up here with beautiful details underneath, as you can see. I mean, this thing is just screaming layers of detail. And I'm like almost all over the place and surprised he's standing so well, but he does. Very, very nice balance. I mean, it is a little back heavy with all this stuff, but depending on the pose you use, you can get him to stand pretty well. But with that being said, you get, you know, articulation in the hands. You build the little hands and everything. I mean, you got little intricate type fingers. You can see that, movable fingers all up in there. See if I can kind of get that a little better. But then, you know, I actually had to cut. If you don't mind me using this, I had to actually cut up in the actual hand area to get a better articulation out of there. But I think the time and effort really pays off when you actually cut the three fingers actually stuck together. And this kit did take me about 9 hours, if I didn't mention that earlier. I think I did. But yeah, it took me about 9 hours. So you get articulation up in the elbow area with beautiful heavy-duty type gauntlet armor, as you can see up in here. I mean, just look at the design of the mech suit, guys. Actual in the chest area, you get at the cockpit. Like I said, a lot of surprises. See if I can get it out for you. I don't know, it's not gonna let me. But this is the cockpit where you slide this open right here, and you pull that out. You can actually see the inner pilot inside there, which is pretty cool. Articulation in the head area. Turn this head anywhere you want to go at, as you can see. Articulation in the shoulder area, as you can see, full 360. I'm sorry, not the shoulder, actual bicep area, where you can get cool bends. I mean, you can see how that arm is bending now. You know, how the articulation is just superb in the arms. Like I said, for a massive kit, you can pose this guy. Amazing. Then you get articulation up here, as you can see, in the actual shoulder armor. Definitely get some nice articulation going on here, and you can see nice inner details of the inner frame and everything all up in there. Lovely. Check it out, guys. Yeah, and sorry for trying to focus, but you know I'm on my trusty iPhone. But with that being said, I mean, I love this cannon that he has, like this pulse rifle or beam rifle, whatever you want to call it. Usually the other reviewers that review Gundam kits actually call these rifles beam rifles. So that's what I'm going to call it. It's a beam rifle, and it's designed pretty well. And again, like I said, this kit is banging to me, in my opinion, just alone, as you see it. You know, but then when you start pulling out the extra features, oh my gosh, which I didn't actually do yet. This is my first time doing this, so let me see if I can do this with one hand. And look, you see this right here, guys? Look at this right here. I mean, this is just beautiful. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Wow. These kits are amazing all the way. Check it out, check it out. You got these articulated hands right here. As you can see, you can pull them out, do whatever you want to do. And he can get on his like Star Wars General Grievous type style. You can turn him if you chose to. And like I said, as I was building these things, I'm like, oh my gosh, this kit is banging. You got the hands, the claws actually, as you can see. And then he can pull out his beam sabers, which are right here. I can get that out. See that right there? You just pop that out right there. And there you go. So you can put the beam saber right there as the beam. See if I can add that. Bear with me 1 second, guys. See if I can put this beam right here. Put it up in the hand. Get one more. Bear with me. Now, you have 4 beam sabers, but for some reason, Bandai only supplies 2 of the actual beams. I didn't get that. I mean, I was wondering, like, you know, like you give extra parts of other stuff, but you can't give the right amount. So, but I'm not going to really whine and complain too much about that. Like I said, at the end of the day, I'll just borrow. If I wanted to have each hand holding like a beam saber, I can just always borrow it from another Gundam figure. So, but yeah, so here you have it, guys. Look at that, look at that right there. That's amazing. Check it out, check it out. So, you got these extra hands right here, movable, well articulated extra arms that come out. It just takes the kit to a whole nother level. Look at that. So this is a beautiful master grade kit by Bandai, 1/100th scale. Definitely highly recommend to anybody who's jumping into this hobby. Make sure you pick up this bad boy right here. And just to give you an idea on how massive he is to one of the other master grade kits, pull this guy out right here, and there you go. You can see how big he is to the other 100 scale Gundam 1 Year War version. So he's definitely a big boy. So, alright guys, this is Moogie215, another review. Stay tuned for more. Alrighty. Peace.